waving Palestinian flags near Ovington Avenue on the local shopping strip in the heavily Arab-American neighborhood. Images show officers tackling and dragging protesters to arrest them as they kept yelling and fighting back. Meanwhile, hundreds of pro-Palestinian supporters rallied near the U.S. Capitol to commemorate the 76th anniversary of the Nakba, the massive exodus of Palestinians that occurred in 1948 following the establishment of the State of Israel.
Free Palestine!
The supporters of Palestinians in Gaza chanted slogans and voiced criticism of the Israeli and U.S. governments at the National Mall in Washington, D.C., despite a steady rain. Many of the supporters have a direct and personal connection to the Nakba, the Arabic word for catastrophe.
My parents were displaced from Palestine in 1948, and they couldn't go back to their homeland until they died. They died in exile. Their only wish was to be buried in Palestine, in their homeland, and they couldn't even achieve that. I'm totally against the genocide and what Israel has been doing for the last 76 years.
Palestinians have such a strong connection to the land, and myself as a Arab and Palestinian in diaspora, the stories that my parents shared with me of their experience and as well as my grandparents, their stories of displacement resonates with all of us, and that connection and longing that we have for our homeland remains strong.
I object to my government spending my tax dollars to murder Palestinian women, children, and men, civilians who are not responsible for what Hamas did on October 7th.
And gathered outside of Israeli consulate in San Francisco, California, U.S. to protest Israeli attacks on Gaza.
Across several European cities, a powerful wave of protests swept through the streets as thousands of demonstrators raised their voices, demanding an end to the ongoing genocide in Gaza.
Thousands of people in several European cities took to the streets to mark the Nakba Day and protest Israel's relentless, deadly attacks on Gaza.